lot of the times you're gonna find yourself in a position like this, where it's just you in a room by yourself with just you, God, and your thoughts. And that's where you find out what you really made of, what you really, what's your foundation, what you value the most, what you believe in. And it's moments like these that really build who you are, who you gonna become. It's just you in the mirror. That's it. And it's either you gonna let God shape you, or you gonna try to keep figuring it out yourself.
What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Life with Jay Carter, man. Back on another video, man. We still going strong. You know what I'm saying? We keep pressing on, keep figuring it out, man. Man, I'm starting this video off. I know some people might feel like, you know, they tired of seeing the same video from me. You know, being outside, talking that talk, you know, trying to figure it out. But in my defense, I feel like y'all watching me progress. I'm getting up every day and I'm figuring it out. I don't got the plan figured out yet, but I know I'm getting up and I'm gonna get to it. Even if it's just running every day, talking to this camera, simple video, I'm gonna figure it out, you know? It reminds me of Job, and not the sense of taking everything away from me, but the sense of, you know, when before Job went through everything that he went through, God said, have you considered Job? So in my eyes, I'm asking, has God said, have you considered Jay? You know what I'm saying? And you can put your name right there. But I'm asking, has he considered me? Maybe I'm the one to show people how to figure it out as you go, on camera. Figure it out. Maybe I'm the one God put the pressure on to show people how to bounce back and how to do it the right way, you know? So that's how I see life. Maybe I'm being considered by God. Or, you know, if I'm not being considered, why not? Do God not think I'm ready yet? Is it something I'm missing? Why am I not being considered? Why am I not in the forefront of showing how gangster God could get? You know what I'm saying? It's certain things in life that you got to be built for. You know, a lot of people can enlist in the army, but it takes, you know, or the Marines or whatever branch of government, it takes a strong person, strong individual to enlist in these places. Then it takes an even stronger individual to make it. Then it takes an even stronger individual to become, you know, of status, like, you know, getting the patches, the banners and all that. It's a reason why everybody can't be a Navy SEAL. And I don't know the top level of that, but I know it's only like 6 or 7, like, period, I think. But it takes a special individual. You got to be chose. You got to go through to be that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a short little intro, but think to yourself, am I being considered? You got to be built for it. God know you stronger than certain individuals to go through certain things, so he using you as an example. So while y'all watching me, you know, get on these videos, wake up in the morning, run, get you know, getting my body and my mind right. Just take it as I'm figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? But I hope everybody doing good, man. We gonna tell what this video. I don't know what this video gonna consist of, but I appreciate, you know, if it's 1 viewer or 1,000,000 viewers, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? One thing I like about YouTube, you don't know who watching. Unless they comment, you don't know who watching. That one video could be a billionaire. That one view could be a billionaire. You never know.
My bad. I end up having a call, so the video had cut short. But basically, you know what I'm saying? It's about your integrity. You know what I'm saying? Keep working, keep grinding. It don't matter about the views. It don't matter about the looks. It don't matter. It's about you and bettering your life. It's about what you want. You know what I'm saying? What I discovered, you know, on this journey so far, I know exactly what quitting looks like. Like, anybody watching this video, you can go outside your room or your job or wherever you at. You can literally go outside and look at somebody. And I'm not even, you know, trying to bring nobody down or anything like that. But you could look and see what quitting looks like. So I know what to expect if I quit. If I decide to just, go get a regular job, you know, do everything of the norm. I know exactly what that looks like. I know what it looks like as far as the best way it could look and the worst way it could look. But what you don't know is what happens if you don't quit. What happens if you let God, do all of his work? You know what I'm saying? God provides the worm, but the bird still got to go get it. So why not go to your full capability and try to figure out what does the other side look like? What does the other side look like? You know what I'm saying? But that's just my little gem that I'm thinking about this morning. Right now, so far, I did my workout outside. I feel like I basically, I ran my miles, and then after that, for my actual like workout, because I feel like the miles is cool, but I'm still, my main goal as far as running is really my lung capacity, and of course trying to get my speed up a little bit. I feel like I probably lost a step or two, and I ain't the same one that I used to hoop. So those are my two things. So after I run my mile or mile plus, today I did the sprint. So I sprint 20 seconds, boom, and then catch my breath. Do that about 5 times, and then now I'm inside. I'm inside the crib, and I'm gonna do 40 curls, 40 tricep extensions, 40 shoulder presses, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and 100 squats. And it's just like a light little in-house. You feel me? I feel like if you don't have nowhere to start, I feel like that'll be a cool little workout where you're not overexerting yourself, but you're going to feel it. You definitely going to feel it, especially with the push-ups, because I got this push-up board. And this is not like a promotion, but it lets you know what areas like when you're doing your push-up, positioning your hand and your shoulders and everything, it'll work out different areas. So I do 100 of those, do 100 sit-ups, squats, because I want to be, fully, I don't want to be big up top, little at the bottom. Plus all your power comes from your legs. So, but we're going to get to that. All right, basically, we're gonna hit these push-ups real quick. I'm gonna do 10 at each color. Of course, the whole workout, I may not show the whole workout, it might be boring or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Gotta have the gloves, Even though I'm getting big, working out and everything, lifting weights, I don't want the callous hands, you know what I'm saying? I used to think like it'd be, manly to have the callous hands, even just in case if I slap somebody or something like that, the grip on the hand would be cool, but let me take the size, the strength, and I still want to be able to shake a young lady's hand. She'd be like, oh, you got some nice hands. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the sandpaper, the sandpaper joints. So I'm cool on that. So we're going to hit these push-ups real quick. Get a little breathing. One thing I learned about this life, bro, you never know what it take a person to get where they at. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all both might be, I don't know. Y'all both might be in church, right? You look at yourself, like this is exactly the epiphany I had. I'm sitting in church and I'm like, man, like to get me here, like how I got close with God, to get me here, I went through X, Y, and Z. And to me, those were big things. Like, man, that pulled me closer to God. But then I look at the person sitting right next to me, and I be thinking, I have no clue what this person experienced or what they went through that got them to the point where it's like, I need God. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at life, I don't know what it took that person to get to where they at. Like, even though we both might be let's say working a job. We both might be working a job, or we both might be going to a job interview. I come clean cut, nice little attire. I look at the person next to me. They might be, dirty, holes in their shirt, whatever. But I don't know what it took them to be like, I'm going to at least go. I'm going to at least go get that job. I'm going to at least do this. Like, you never know what decision it took for a person to be like, man, I'm going to at least get to the job. I'm going to just go. I don't got no clothes, but I'm going to at least go. That decision is different for everybody. So I feel like we need to exude more kindness and compassion. Like, especially when you be looking at, you reap what you sow. I can't sit here and be asking God for so much for forgiveness and all these blessings and all this stuff, and I can't even show that same compassion to somebody that's right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little food for thought, something I thought about. You know what I'm saying? While I'm getting my little swole on, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So hopefully, I'm at least motivating one person, getting to one person to at least change their thought process. I literally just watched a video. A lady was talking about how she was $800,000 in debt. Her name is Mel. $800,000 in debt. She was, going down a path of alcoholism. She was angry at the outside world. And she was asking herself, like, how to change, like, how to get to the next point, how to better myself. And she was like, it started with waking up in the morning. It started by when you set that alarm, you know what you got to do. You know I got to get up at 7 a.m. You know all these things, yet you click the snooze, you roll over, you want to sit in bed. And she said to herself, like, I'm going to give myself 5 seconds. I'm going to count to 5 and I'm going to make a decision. And that's how she started, bettering her life. When that alarm come on, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just do it. Just do it. And I used to have the same type of mentality, but it was always in a negative manner. Like when it come to fighting or, illegally doing stuff, it'd be like, bro, you just got to do it. Jump off the porch. Just do it. But when it come to bettering yourself, boy, you sit there and be like, man, what if they don't, what if people make fun of me? What if it don't work? What if? But when it was negative, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? My dad was telling me, like, it's crazy. Like people will hear something or read the Bible or something like that, and God blatantly would be telling them something. And they be like, oh, I need a sign. Oh man, God, show me a sign. Bring heaven down and tell me I need to go to the bank. You know what I'm saying? But when it's the opposite and something negative happen, they be like, oh, that's the devil. Look, see, I don't need to be like, man, where's the balance? If you're gonna be all in, be all in. If you're not, don't. You know what I'm saying? That's as simple as that. If you're not gonna be all in, don't be all in with nothing. Question everything. Don't question things that's gonna better you and then listen to the negative. Go ahead and question everything. I'm gonna question the good and the bad, and then we just gonna act. Simple as that. All right, now that we knocked the push-ups out, you know what I'm saying, I already feel strong. I already feel, you know what I'm saying? Got my little bar. I actually took it from the homie Tyrone. If you watch this, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I never get it back. I'm sorry. But it's a cool little 40 pounds or 45 or something like that. Now, I'm not a personal trainer, so I don't know exactly because I know the biceps got 2, triceps got 3, whatever. But I like close grip this way, do it like that. Then after 2 sets of that, I widen it a little bit. Then the last set, like that. So knock these out real fast. Quick little set. Take a cool little breather, like 5-10 seconds. Now, once again, I'm not a fitness guru. This is just my life. You feel me? It's like a open diary. Like, what you do today? I worked out. What you work out? Boom. You know what I'm saying? Now widen it a little bit. You know, I do feel a little burn a little bit. Nothing crazy where I'm, you know, out of it. But I feel it. I feel like I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's a quick at-home workout. I don't know. I feel like that made me look bigger than what I am. Now, shoulder presses. Something light. So, kind of tired. I don't know if it's my body, because you know I haven't ate nothing yet, so I don't know if, you know, fuel wise, no pre-workout, no protein, no nothing. Just a couple sips of water, couple sips of water. I'm hitting the pavement. I'm hitting the ground. You know what I'm saying? Only way I'm gonna get something, you know what I'm saying, in my system is when I work for it. I go get it. So I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna do all that after I work to get it. You feel me? When I go back and look at these videos, and it's gonna be like, oh, I weighed this much, I was this big, I was wham. It's gonna be like I'm documenting. The revolution is gonna be televised. You feel me? Like when I get to a certain point, it's gonna be like, bro, you a beast. Like you an animal. Like you inspired so many people. You feel me? One thing I like, when I'm lifting weights, I like to hear the clack. And make me feel like I'm really buffing. Like when you hear that clack, that cling, 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 that means you really like tossing the weight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine this, an assailant. You grab him and you just fling them. You know what I'm saying? That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the shoulder presses. I'm grabbing somebody and I'm, you know what I mean? I'm here with it. This something I just, you know what I mean? Something to think about. Whoo! I had to yell. That wasn't even a real yell. I had to yelp a little bit, make y'all feel like I'm working harder than what I am. That's the secret. When you watch these content creators, they always let it yell out. Something like that to let people know like it's heavy. That's just a secret, you know. While I do that, because of course my arms got a little fatigue, I'm gonna try to knock out a couple of these squats. Try to hit 25, knock out a set real fast. And majority of all these workouts is really body weight. I could be wrong, but I feel like calisthenics transfer more to lifting weights than lifting weights to calisthenics. So like doing the chin-ups and pull-ups and all that transfers better to bench press and stuff like that than people who are bench press strong and weight strong trying to go into calisthenics. So I'm trying to, of course, be agile and strong enough to lift my own body weight and then be able to lift a little bit more. Overall, this is like a benchmarker. So I can go back 2-3 months of consistency and see where I started, how I felt in that moment versus in the present, you know? Switch the camera angle a little bit. I didn't notice. Couldn't really see the movement. Whew, I feel a little bit. A little fatigued, a little tired, but excited. We're gonna push through. Woo! Felt that one. Definitely felt that one. Scroll up on some of these videos. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I can tell like my level of consistency with certain things. Like on my channel, I did like a 72-hour fast, dry fast, where I didn't. Was it a dry fast? I can't remember. I know it was a 72-hour fast, and I posted a picture of what I looked like versus in that moment, and you could tell where my consistency level was around that time, how my body looked. Then a few videos down the line, you see again how I look. So it's like you could tell how much I fluctuate in consistency. So I'm using this as like an accountability measure. So y'all can see me and be like, man, you look like this. Now you look like that. Something like that. So you can tell my consistency from the inside on the outside. And that's it. That's it for the weights. Now it's just squats and sit-ups. You feel me? Like I said earlier, we know what a lot of outcome brings. You know what I'm saying? Learn from other people's lessons. We know what certain things bring, and like me personally, I knew what getting street money and being outside, you know, trying to live a street life or anything like that, try to circumvent hard work. I knew where it led. You know what I'm saying? I got numerous friends, associates, family members, all did the same thing. They might have not did it to my extent, or may not have quote unquote success like I did, but I also knew exactly where it was gonna lead, dead or in jail. It's really no outcomes other than that. And I used to have this mindset of nobody successful made it to the top without, you know, scamming, conniving, you know, some type of loophole instead of hard work. You feel me? And it was wrong. God started showing me, you know, I don't think it was intentional, but he started showing me examples of people who did circumvent working hard, and in the end, it still came back and fell on them. You know what I'm saying? So if you watching this, you know hard work really does pay off. Like 100%. That quick satisfaction is only gonna have a certain amount of that feel good before you gotta do it again and again and again and again. And if it ain't nothing positive, you putting stacks on stacks of stacks of you gonna reap what you sow. And you sowing stacks of negativity and things that's not good. So eventually it's gonna fall back on you. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I usually be in here with like the TV going or something like that, but since I'm recording, I decided to, you know, just meet y'all in a tripod. You know what I'm saying? Meet y'all in a tripod. You know what I mean? Let's get to it though. And of course, if you come across this video, you way more fit than me, you can add some weight to it, a vest, resistance, whatever you need to, you know, get you to that threshold. You feel me? And then I got one more sets of squats. Then I got 100 sit-ups. Sit-ups to me, you definitely want to have a strong core. If you eat right and you work out, you'll start seeing some abs. That's basically what it is. What I heard from professionals, you cannot circumvent the diet. Like, you're not going to get around the diet. You could be in a weight room, you could do all these things, but to get like a certain cut up physique and stuff like that, it's the diet. So if your plan is to get cut up and, you know, abs and all that, you're going to have to change how you eat. Simple as that. But, you know, I'm getting my core right because the core is the center of everything. You know what I'm saying? You got a weak core, you can't punch, you can't jump, run, kick, none of that. I done lost count. Dang. At least you're gonna do another one with the measures. I'm feeling good. We're on a home stretch of this workout. Hopefully, you know, I'm motivating somebody to do some type of workout while you're watching this video. Even if it's push-ups, make it a game. Make every time I make a sound or something, you knock out 10 push-ups or something. Something to just get you going. This is where you push. This is where you get into it. Woo. Gotta dig deep. Gotta get into it. You know what I'm saying? Now we just got 75 sit-ups and we done. And then that'll be today's video. Man, what I want people to get from this workout, besides, you know, getting out and do something, you have to remove the timeline from like your mental. Because a lot of the times we feel like I missed my window, I missed my opportunity because we set boundaries on ourselves. Like by 17, I should have this. By 20, I should have this. By 25, I should be here. By 40, I should be here. And the only way we consider that failures is because we didn't meet that goal marker. But we set that goal for ourselves. We put that marker on ourselves. So once you get out the idea of a time frame, I gotta do it by this time, stop deeming yourself a failure because you didn't do it as fast as somebody else. Or it didn't take you, you know, X amount of time to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like this workout. I want it to be quick, fast, in a hurry. My fuel is low. My energy ain't as high. I'm not at optimal workout level. But I'm going to finish this workout. That's the bottom line. I'm going to finish. And that's all I want people to understand. Just finish. Just keep going at your pace. Keep going and know yourself and know when to push yourself and when to be like, all right, let me dial back, but keep moving. You know? Ah! Woo! Take a little breather. A lot of the times you're going to find yourself in a position like this, where it's just you in a room by yourself with just you, God, and your thoughts. And that's where you find out what you really made of, what you really, what's your foundation, what you value the most, what you believe in. And it's moments like these that really build who you are, who you're going to become. It's just you in the mirror. That's it. And it's either you're going to let God shape you or you're going to try to keep figuring it out yourself. But if you clicked on this video, I appreciate you. Man, just keep striving, keep going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to tell you like, comment, subscribe because you can do what you want to.